What is the biggest investment in your life? Maybe it's a house or a car or gasoline for your car or a boat or something else like that. What about non-financial investments? Maybe it's your family, your friends, your job. All of us regularly are making investments in our lives. And for the sake of defining the terms, I'll say that an investment is nothing more than using your resources to secure a current and or future commodity. Okay? Using your resources to secure something now or something later. We make payments on a mortgage to secure a house for ourselves as well as maybe future equity. Some make car payments to secure reliable transportation, both now and in the future. You make investments in your family. Maybe you invest time in your family or energy in your family because you want your family to be happy and to have fun, and you want your children to be successful in life. Perhaps you invest a lot of time at work because you're trying to secure a paycheck for yourself as well as maybe a future promotion. But we're all constantly making investments. We're investing our time, our energy, our resources, everything you can think of. We're investing ourselves in a lot of different ways. And probably we're all making investments even in things that we're not even thinking about as investments, but just regularly investing ourselves in different things. The question for us that we want to focus on today as we start this formation series is, what is your life's investment? What's the one thing that you're pursuing above all else? What's the one thing that you are willing to put everything you own, everything you have into to make sure that you secure it? What is your life's investment? Farmers make a lot of investments. Farmers, they go out and they start out by purchasing equipment. That's an investment. And then they use that equipment. Now, you'll discover very quickly, we're talking today about the parable of the sower, which is all about farming and nature and therefore science. And you'll discover very quickly that I don't know very much about science, and I know even less about farming. So undoubtedly, I'm going to make a lot of errors and things that I say. Just pretend, just nod and smile and just say, boy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, because I don't. And just, forgive me for that. But a farmer buys stuff. See, I think they call them tractors and other things, but they buy green things. And they use those green things to get the land ready. Maybe they need to clear trees, clear bushes, get it all ready, so they just got dirt. And then they cultivate that, they turn it over and they prepare it. And all of that work is an investment. It's an investment of energy, it's an investment of time, it's an investment of money, but they're investing themselves. And then they take the time to prepare their irrigation systems, stuff to get water to the dirt, pipes and other things. See, I told you I'm an expert on this stuff. But that's an investment. And then they make an investment in planting the seeds. And they plant those seeds in a lot of different ways. Probably not very many of them do it like in the video we watched. We're just kind of walking along throwing things. But they plant the seeds. And when they plant the seeds, that's an investment. And then as the seeds begin to grow, they put time and energy into fertilizing. And I guess, do farmers weed? Like, I remember as a kid growing up, my mom always making us weed her marigold garden. But do farmers weed? Because that's that's a lot of stuff to weed. Maybe they do. I don't know. Can anybody tell me? Are there any farmers here? Do they weed? Okay. They spray. Oh, okay. And that kills the weeds and puts harmful chemicals on our food? Just kidding. I don't know anything about it. But they make an investment as the plants grow. And all of these investments that the farmers are making are for one reason. Because they want to have a harvest. Here's the thing. The farmer understands this. No matter how much the farmer invests, He cannot make the plants grow. The plants grow because they do. It's nature. We would say it's God. It's the processes that God has set up, the natural process. But the stuff grows on its own. The farmer just makes the right investments. You see, the good farmer takes the time to understand how to invest himself. He learns what the best way to prepare the soil is. He learns how he can best plant the seeds, where he should plant the seeds, when he should plant the seeds. He knows how he should water. He knows when he should water. He knows how much he should water. And he knows when to go out and spray or weed or whatever else he does. But the farmer, the good farmer, has learned how and when to make the right investments so that he aligns himself with nature's processes, so that he'll have the best possible fruit that will grow. Now, the bad farmer, like me, he doesn't care about any of that. My approach to farming, if I was ever to try to grow something, and I'm not foolish enough to try, but if I was, I'd probably just go out in the backyard and dig my shovel in a little bit and get the grass out of the way and throw the seeds down and put water on it. That'll grow, right? Well, maybe. Probably not. But see, the bad farmer doesn't take the time to figure out how to invest himself. He doesn't care about what the best kind of soil is or how to treat the soil. He doesn't care about when he should plant or where he should plant. He doesn't care about watering, how much, how little, when, where. He doesn't worry about all that. He just simply throws the seed out. Now, even though neither farmer makes his plants grow, we know that the good farmer will have a much better crop because he has learned how to make his investments in a way that aligns with nature's processes. That's what a good farmer does. Now, Jesus tells a story about farming. And we just saw the video that kind of summarizes it for us. He tells a story about farming. And we can read the story in the Bible. It's in Matthew chapter 13, Mark chapter 4, and Luke chapter 8. And you can read it in any one of those places. Each of them tell the story a little bit differently. And, sometimes I've had people say to me, if all this stuff that you believe about Jesus is true, then how come the Bible contradicts itself? Maybe you've heard that said, or maybe you've wondered that yourself. Why is it that when we read the different stories about Jesus, sometimes they seem to say different things in the same story? And this is an example. In Mark and in Matthew, Jesus says that he threw some seed on the path and the birds came and ate it. But Luke adds something. He says that Jesus said that he threw the seeds on the path and it was trampled on and then the birds ate it. And someone might say, well, which is it? Which did Jesus say? Did he say one or did he say the other? And then some would even go a step further and say, see, because the Bible doesn't agree with itself, it must not be true, and therefore we can't really believe anything about Jesus. Have you ever been to Italy? Anybody here ever been to Italy? All right, I've never been there. I've heard about this place called the Tower of Pisa. My kids call it the Tower of Pizza. I like that better. But I've heard about this place, and I've seen a lot of pictures, and based on everything I've seen, all the pictures that I've seen, I can tell you for sure that the Tower of Pisa leans to the left or the right. Well, wait a minute. We have a conflict here. We have one picture that shows it leaning left and one picture that shows it leaning right. How can we even believe that the tower exists? If we have pictures that don't even match up with each other, can we believe that either of these pictures is accurate? You see, what if I was to show you 4 pictures of the Tower of Pisa? And what if these 4 pictures were taken from 4 different angles? And they showed the tower leaning in 4 different directions, and they showed the tower looking 4 different ways. Boy, how can we be sure that we can trust these pictures? They all seem to contradict each other, right? And of course you're saying, no, stupid. No, kids don't say that word. The 4 pictures are taken from 4 different places. They offer us 4 different perspectives. David, because we have 4 pictures here from 4 perspectives, from 4 angles, we have a better understanding than if we only had 1.